I wish that was my hand in that drawing. I really do. Um, Hi, it's Ken. Surprise. I just want to do a quick video because, like everybody else on the internet, hey, I've got something on my mind. And what did we do before the internet? We just rambled to our friends or called somebody on the phone. We even talked on the phone anymore. I'm not going to talk about comics today. I got something else that I'm thinking about, and besides my hand on the camera, it's just what I get for doing this in the car. But so, okay, we are. We just had the anniversary of 9/11, and that affected everybody, myself included, in a lot of profound but different ways. And like every year, it makes you think. This year especially being the 20th anniversary and all this stuff going on in Afghanistan, um, I think it's more more on my mind. And I wanted to talk for just a little bit, hopefully, because I'm kind of wordy and I don't know where my ramblings go, but I don't want to make it long. I just had this thought on my mind, and I wanted to get it out. And I'm going to talk politics today without being political because there's something that occurs to me as I look back over the last 20 years. Okay. So I have a lot of friends who are younger and in their 20s, or just adults now, or my nephews, or a lot of grown people who weren't alive or aware before 9/11 happened. And just from the benefit of that, they just, because you weren't there, you don't know what it was like. And so thinking about that, thinking about who we were and how I felt as a young man before 9/11 and then now after 9/11, something still occurs to me all the time. And we are easy. So we're kind of a divided people. I think almost everybody would agree right now. We are a very divided country. And you can blame whoever you want to blame. I'm not going to. Um, I have my opinions, and that's not what I'm here for today. But we do have a lot of division, and it was not always as bad as this is. Um, so what occurs to me in a lot of ways is that we have more in common than we have that's different, and sometimes even the things we have in common are things that make us feel divided, but we're not. So I'm going to take another example. Like, I grew up in the arts, okay, um, with drama and art, and I know jack shit about sports. You know this. I don't know football, basketball. I don't know sports. All right, I'm not that guy. Um, don't let the hat and beard fool you. I'm not a sports guy. Um, but what I get is the fandom of sports. You know what I mean? People that they wear the jerseys of their favorite performer, their favorite athlete. I say performer because I'm going to compare this to theater and art. I mean, I can't tell you when the Super Bowl is, but I sure as hell can tell you when Comic Con is. So I see sports fans, they dress up or they paint their faces and they go to games and they wave the big foam fingers, and like that all looks kind of ridiculous to me. But if I go to a convention and I see cosplay and people dress as their favorite characters and I see someone dressed like Spider-Man, I'm like, that is cool. That is dope. That is awesome. And that's exactly the same thing. I mean, it's just like, what are you into? And then you show that, you rep what you love. So if you're a sports person, then you're into sports. And I guess I get that. And I didn't always get that. I used to be like, fuck football and, fuck sports people. But I mean, I was young. So that's something that is completely two sides of the thing, but it's something we have in common, a lot of people. And there may be some crossover and there may not, but it's something that we're alike in a way. It doesn't seem like we are, but we absolutely are. So I think we're like that in politics and what we think about the world too, because we will look at the world and go, man, we're all divided. Man, the country's screwed up. Oh, the system's broken. And whoever you blame makes you feel like you're divided. But we really all are thinking a lot of the same things. We're just blaming each other for them. And it's very, very, very seriously, very largely not right. It's not accurate. It's not. Your neighbor is not your enemy. We've been divided but we shouldn't be divided. And um, so before 9/11, did we disagree? Yeah. You know, did we didn't have social media and we didn't have 24-hour news, or we did, but it wasn't so pervasive. And I thought this today. I've always thought that, like, 9/11 was the first time that everybody in the country was watching the news 24/7. We were watching for survivors. We were watching for more attacks. We were watching for information. We were watching for some comfort from our leadership. You know, I was one of those people that sat there like, I don't like George Bush, but damn, George Bush gave the speech and made me feel like, okay, wow, you know, we are one enemy against us and we are one country. And that, I mean, that felt great for a minute and it didn't last long. But I don't think that's natural. I think that was done deliberately. And I think there are people who benefit from us being divided, and it doesn't matter politically divided, and it doesn't matter who you blame. If you blame the left or the right or the middle or the whole goddamn system, it's like, who broke the cookie jar? You know, doesn't matter who you blame. Cookie jar is fucking broke. So I I'm guilty of it too. Okay, I look at people who oppose my points of view, and I think you are directly fucking my life over. But again, that plays into a narrative that people benefit from. That I don't want to be like, blame the media. I don't blame the media for everything, but there's some sensationalism about it, and there are people who profit from us being divided. Like, there's more money in the problem than there is in the cure. There's more money in the treatment than there is in the cure, and it doesn't matter who you think is responsible, who you think is dividing us. The fact is, if we are divided, it's up to us to fix it. It is. So that was the message I wanted to put out today. That whoever your whatever your affiliations, because it's not our natural state. We weren't always like this. You know, we didn't always have this vitriol against one another. And again, not blame who you want. I'm not talking about that today. I'm saying that there is a lot of anger, and it's not unjustified anger, but it's misdirected and it's being weaponized. And there are people that are just happy as hell that we are just bickering amongst each other and not solving a lot of shit. Um, and I would like for us to take a moment, whoever you voted for, or whoever, whatever you think, and just think about that. Think about, without being angry, think about the other side of your argument, whatever it is. Because I can't help but think that there's more in common than there is apart. Although our stances are different, our stance isn't. You know what I mean? Like, whether you stand for this or stand for that, you're standing for something, and that's something we have in common. You know, so we ought to be able to find more common ground, because we are we are so similar. There's a lot more about us that's the same than is different. And like I said, didn't always feel this way, and I didn't always have my hand in front of the camera. This is stupid, I know. I just I love my country, I do, and I love humanity, even when I lose faith in it. And I love you because you're people, and I love people. And I hope that we find our way out of this the place that we're in, because it's caused so much and it hurts a lot. Um, oh my goodness, I have a hello, Mr. Ken. Lily's watching. Hi, I didn't think anybody ever watched these things. I just jump on once in a while. Um, so I guess that's it. But like, I just keep thinking about it. I can't stop thinking about it. Before 9/11, we disagreed about all kinds of stuff, and we could disagree and then still have dinner with your neighbor or with your friend. You didn't have to hate each other. You didn't come up with things to hurt each other. You didn't think, oh man, I'm gonna kill his mother. And we've gotten really, really dark and angry about shit, and we shouldn't. We should be able to agree to disagree more than we do. We should be able to find the common ground more than we do. And because, like I said, there was a time when you could disagree about stuff. You could debate about politics. I love this. My very best friend, since I was a kid, has a very different political vision than I do most of the time, and we have the best discussions because we know that we have the same goals. We just have different ways of getting there. And if we would all look at it like that, a little more and stop digging in our heels and considering one another the enemy. I think we'd be better off. And so that's all my message is today. Just remember that there's more that we have in common than that we have that's dissimilar, and lead with kindness and lead with love and be good to one another. Because if there's one thing we're here for, it's to take care of each other. All right. Peace.